for programmatic access, and I want to have people explain to me why for years that I've been seeking this with the correct paperwork, it's taken this long to get this far to get the help. I want an explanation of why I had to be subjected to this length.
I don't have an explanation because this...
You can understand me asking the question.
Well, actually, I don't understand why you would self-sabotage yourself.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Standing up for one's values and integrity is not self-sacrifice.
We have very limited time, and I think we're trying to stay focused on getting you services.
And I'm trying to stay focused on getting services and have people accountable, you know, because in order to receive services, one's got to be able to heal, and you've heard what my requests are in receiving them, videotaping to establish the baseline to show the maltreatment.
So what does the healing entail?
Well, I don't know, sir. We probably have to talk to a psychiatrist about that, and, you know, an acknowledgement of all the wrongdoing that's happened, not only by the Department of Public Health, law enforcement, the judicial...
Do you want services, yes or no?
I believe I said yes.
Okay, so access to services that you have entry into the clinic, how do you want to proceed from there?
Well, we could set up a meeting and we can take a sheriff deputy and we can go down there.
There's not going to be any sheriff deputy that's going to go with you because you already heard that there's access to services. So
you suggest I just walk there with a witness like I did last time, and I can show you that video where the deputy said I couldn't video record and asked me to leave. I have that.
Do we have any issue about the videotaping? Do we have anyone weigh in on that from
the public access areas? There's no issue about the videotaping, I think.
So where will I receive the services? I'll wait at the public access areas?
Private consultation with the doctor?
That we don't have any.
We have no
I still need the services. It's a wonderful evasion of me not receiving the
services. Then I suggest
correct.
That they ask you to put away the video.
And when I say no, because I want the ability to videotape, you know, so it doesn't become a he said, she said thing like I've explained to you, then what? Come back to you?
That's the rules.
Oh, no, excuse me. Doesn't mean it's the law. Rules and policies are not necessarily the law. It was the rules and policies to get up and lie in federal court to go the full distance with you at the Ethics Commission, but it was not right and it was not correct.
But I'm saying that's the rule.
It doesn't make it right.
I didn't say that. But
fine.
I can't
so now let's help me. Let's go forward. Let's get the medical care.
If you need services,
thank you.
If you need services and you want services, and they're saying that not, and I don't know because they're not here, but if they're saying not to videotape, then why not respect that?
Why not respect my wishes?
Because if they're providing a service,
excuse me, you mean a prepaid service, which I'm not disallowed to videotape if I seek it, especially under programmatic access, especially with my adjustment disorder, especially given the past treatment. Am I requesting it?
Excuse me.
So, in the public areas of the clinic, there are other patients that have the same rights to privacy.
I won't videotape them. I've never claimed I would. So, I mean, that's a bogus red herring.
Okay, so...
On your end, too, it's a red herring.
Well, but that's the thing. The doctor has the right to not want to be videotaped.
Fine, I'll turn it on myself.
But you will be recording the whole conversation.
Yeah, the Dr. Pache also said I could have a witness and, you know, document it too. So, you know, the fear of a privacy and, you know, thing for a public health service is a little queer.
Why not go into your medical treatment with
I've already explained that.
I've
already explained that because I want the ability to videotape. I've already explained it countless times. I don't see what the lack of accommodation is. I don't see what the harm is.
You need a connection between your wish, your desire, and your disability. And
are you a doctor to say that? You know, you keep repeating your interpretation, your opinion. You know, what gives you the qualifications to say this? Excuse me, I've asked for what is provided. I can point out programmatic access on the website, point out the examples it gives, point out what my disability is, point out how it was pointed out to me, the fact that I've been dead right, the fact that I have a signed confession, the fact that it's repeatedly continued, and the fact that I now want to monitor it to make sure it not only does not happen again, but there might be some accountability at the end for all the people who have broken the law.
Deputy Director of Program Access at the Mayor's Office on Disability, and she is a leader at a national level with her area of expertise. I think she's trying to draw the connection between your request for reasonable accommodation and another individual's right to privacy. And your request for the accommodation cannot override other people's rights. They have to be held.
So you're telling me that basically You know, because if somebody else's rights to privacy, that supersedes my medical rights to care.
It is not a medical right, sir. It's
I don't have a medical right to care.
It's not that it precedes your medical rights to care. It's that it precedes your accommodation request. Under the ADA.
Okay, so
I don't
are
have
you
a
saying that I
medical
don't have rights to medical care then? I'm confused.
That's
You've
not
just,
what I'm saying.
okay, so do I have rights to medical care?
Yes, of course you do.
Oh, I thank you. So now, what is the problem in receiving the medical care that I'm seeking?
The accommodation that you're stating you need is an accommodation that
I have been asked in the past by the,
Answer your question.
I have been asked in the past by doctors if I would allow them to videotape. So for you to even bring up this, you know, I feel is very disingenuous. I have
Actually,
been,
you brought it up because you insist that you must videotape.
correct, and I have been asked in the past by doctors whether I would allow it. So, you know, I believe
But
that
it's
it's
the
not an
doc-
unreasonable
it's-
request. Then we'll
Is it
find
the
a doctor.
doctor's right?
Then
It
we'll
is
find a doctor who
absolutely
will
the
allow it.
doctor's right. It is absolutely the doctor's right.
Then
And
we'll
you-
find a doctor who will allow it.
Great. Let's work on that then.
Then we'll find a doctor who will allow it.
So how do we find a doctor that allows it? What's that process?
I don't know. I'm there with you.
I don't think you look in the yellow pages, so.
Well, no, I'm going to DPH. Let them find a doctor that allows it. I mean, I'm going to go in, ask for my services, say, you know, here, I'm putting my video camera down. I need to record
Could I
this.
just give you a recommendation? You might want to just not be so hostile.
I don't think I've been hostile.
Well,
I might have been loud. I might have been, you know, in your face because of, like I said, the maltreatment. And, you know, I
Doesn't
think you
matter what
guys,
the reasons
I
are,
think
but
you guys
people-
have been very civil. I think you've been very,
but when I'm just giving you some just sort of observation.
Correct, I
think
understand.
they're not going to receive you well if you come in the way that I think you may.
well, that's
And
why I
so-
want to take a
So
witness.
it's just a suggestion. And I think with the very little time we have left, thank you for being here.
I'm so sorry that I have to leave.
No, thank you for your time. Thank you. Yeah. So how is it that we can find this answer to this question? Because I don't know how readily available a doctor is who's willing to be videotaped. I honestly don't.
Well, the question is what the incoming issue would be. I mean, you present to a doctor and you say, hello, doctor, I'm here to receive medical care. What do you want? Do you want a general exam? Do you want
Oh, that's
to
very,
address all of your
that's very simple. I'm here seeking
PTSD issues from dealing with the
I'm
system?
here seeking primary care, and let me tell you, you know, what my ordeal has been to get here, doctor.
But they
Let me
But-
tell you
but-
what
They
I,
may not have the time for hearing your ordeal if they're dealing with. They
well,
need to deal
then
with the
give me
services.
the physical doctor and
There you
schedule a meeting for us to come in and to discuss the issues that I'm having so that I can get on a path of healing. You know, look at my body first, but realize that I'm a complete person that needs, you know, mental help, spiritual help, all kinds of help, you know, to do no harm. Everything that's happened to me by the professionals who took this oath, and I'm still sitting here
So use
looking
this
for
time
medical help.
wisely. How do you want to proceed?
I want to go in and receive services, so
Okay.
can we set up an
So-
appointment to do that?
Well, I don't know.
If you're speaking specifically about Tomadale Health Clinic,
Yes.
then you need to physically go there, and then you follow the procedures. And so if you need urgent care that day, depending on the doctor. that's
So if I'm
available-
seeking primary care like I did with a witness in the past, and I have the video of that, just do the same thing, take a witness again, go in, pull the little thing, go through the test where they're doing everything to you, only to have the officer come out later on so you can't be videotaped, and then come back here?
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I'm asking because that's what happened in the past, so I want to be sure it doesn't happen again.
I wasn't there in the past, I'm not gonna be there in the future. I'm just informing you, you can go ahead and enter Tomadale Health Center Clinic, and then you can follow the
Okay,
procedures.
I'll take a witness, I'll follow the procedure, I'll take my video camera, and if it unfortunately happens like
But
it
if they
did last
say to
time,
you, stop videotaping.
then I'll leave and I'll come to you and say, you know, now what do we do? Because I'm still seeking health care, you know, and I want
But
the
if they
programmatic
ask you-
access.
No, no, no.
What do you mean,
If
no,
they say to you,
no,
stop
no?
videotaping, that's the rule.
And I'll say, please explain the law,
Then-
and I'm asking for programmatic access under Title II as an ADA person.
sorry,
Please explain
that's-
to me. Oh, and by the
They
way.
have that rule, if
No,
that's what
excuse
they
me.
ask you.
A rule does not mean it's the law. Please explain the law.
Well,
A
then-
rule, once again, we know, Ross, the
You're on a-
difference.
But you're on a treadmill, and again.
Well, if
you're-
it's
you're
set to
seeking
fail, I can
services-
understand
but you're
how I'm on a
seeking
treadmill.
services from somebody who refuses the right to serve you if they say that these are the rules of the location. of the
Then
facility.
we make the accommodation. That's what programmatic access is all about.
Accommodation It's
No, we
not
don't
valid.
make the accommodation.
You had ADA experts here.
I'm asking. I want it for you too.
An accommodation has to not create a fundamental alteration